You're Sperp back with another video, and I just got out of watching The Wrath of Becky. If y'all don't know that this is the sequel to the 2020 Becky film that came out. Fun fact, if you've seen these borders around my thumbnails, that was the first movie review or the first video that I used with that border. Just a little fun fact. But anyways, that aside, if you haven't seen the original Becky, that is playing on or streaming on Paramount Plus. Definitely go check that out. Kevin James was really dope as the main villain. So, I'm definitely going to kind of talk light spoilers. I'm not going to give away none of the twists, because there's definitely a couple twists that definitely lead into a possible third movie. So Lulu Wilson is back as Becky. She's a little bit older. She's jumping around from different foster homes because she just lost her mom to cancer in the previous movie, and she also lost her father. And now she's just kind of chilling, but also she's always staying prepared, and she's not trying to look for any type of redemption, I would say. She's just trying to live a normal life. She's living with this elderly woman, and they have this kind of connection because this elderly woman kind of sees the comparisons with her. She was there, running away from different foster homes, running away from home and stuff like that. So what ends up happening is, there's these three dudes that come into her diner where she works, and they just are kind of like the worst people. And what you find out about these three people is they're getting ready to go to this rally for this new group that is the new big bad, the Noblemen. They're kind of like these insurrectionists, just really nutty ass people, you know what I'm saying? So they come in here just off the bat, just rude to her. And, Becky doesn't really like none of that. She is very jaded and bloodthirsty. She definitely enjoys killing. Her life seems really boring, and she's trying to look for a purpose, and they give her a purpose. So, they have this altercation, and they get kind of in their feelings, so they decide to pull up to her house and, just to kind of scare her. But then one thing leads to another, and they end up killing the elderly woman. And also, she has this dog named Ego that she's really close to. And these guys end up hurting the dog and taking the dog after killing the elderly woman. So this pretty much sets up her motive to go after these guys, which then we get introduced to Sean William Scott's character, Daryl. And man, if you told me Stifler was going to be the main bad in this movie, I would have just kind of laughed it off. But then you see what they did with Kevin James, and Kevin James is known for doing comedy, and they put him in this very serious role. And I really liked Sean William Scott's performance in this. My only gripe is I feel like it was underutilized, where he had this presence where he was very not soft-spoken, but he was very stern. He was very strict. He didn't really take no shit. And I feel like they could have done more with that. But there is a twist to his whole story and whatnot. But I thought his performance was good. I just felt like that kind of fell short. And I get it, because Becky is very much prepared for this time. Like, she's prepared to go to war with somebody, or, she pretty much caught them lacking. And what we find out in this movie, that there's a whole list of these noblemen out there. So I guess it doesn't really matter, because there's other villains out there, big, worse people out there than Daryl's character. But I just wish they would have done something more, a little bit more with his character. I still liked it for the most part. To see him play a villain, it was interesting. I'm wondering if that's going to be a theme, like they're just going to get a bunch of comedians to play villains, like people that are known for doing comedies to play these villains. That'd be interesting. But, then she goes on to this rampage to pretty much get back her dog and get back revenge for them killing the elderly woman. And I will have to say, the kills in this were okay. There was like one that was the most gruesome. I was kind of expecting it to be a little bit more gory. Like, there was 2 kills that were actually pretty damn dope. And there was one towards the end that was pretty cool too, but I felt like the first one kind of went more for that gore and these bloody moments. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like the movie kind of ends abruptly just to kind of set up the next movie, where they could have really done something to really challenge Becky, where it's like, all right, she has to kind of stand up for herself. She pretty much comes in here like Terminator, and it almost felt a little too easy. That's why I will have to say, but she still has that key from the first movie. She doesn't know really where it goes or what the whole significance of that key is, but they do tell you something about it that, leads into a third movie. Everything about this movie is just to set up future movies. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there were some missed opportunities, but I did enjoy myself for the most part. I thought that the way that this movie was shot was well shot, obviously, and it's just very bright. None of the action scenes felt like, digitally made or anything. It seemed seemed to get a lot of practical effects, which I really appreciate. I'm so down to see a third one. I think they need to work on the villains the next time and just make them a little bit more of a threat for Becky. Like, just make them more of a challenge, because it doesn't seem like none of these people really challenged Becky. She just kind of had the upper hand, which, granted, like I said, she was prepared for this, for anything to kind of go down. And this movie definitely takes a lot of cues from John Wick, the first John Wick. But yeah, overall, I enjoyed it. I just felt like it was a little underwhelming towards the end, and just fell short in a lot of moments where, damn, they could have really did something really dope with this character or this character to make it seem like, okay, these people aren't no slouches. These people are really much a threat. But anyways, if you've seen this movie, let me know your thoughts. Are you looking forward to a third movie? Was it disappointing to you? Let me know how you feel about it. Till next time, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.